The search for the individual responsible for the assassination of Charlie Kirk, a prominent right-wing activist, has become a high-stakes national drama, marked by shifting narratives, public outrage, and a chilling reminder of the growing threat of political violence in America. But here's where it gets controversial. The FBI's sudden reversal in claiming a suspect had been apprehended, only to release him hours later, has sparked questions about the agency's credibility and the chaos of real-time investigations. And this is the part most people miss. The same day, a Canadian man was falsely accused on social media, highlighting the dangers of misinformation in our digital age. How do we balance the urgency of solving crimes with the risks of public speculation? Let's dive into the details. Authorities in Utah are still hunting for the killer of Charlie Kirk, a charismatic founder of Turning Point USA, after 2 suspects were questioned and released. The shooting, described by Utah Governor Spencer Cox and President Trump as an assassination, occurred during a speech at Utah Valley University. FBI Director Kash Patel initially announced a suspect had been taken into custody, but later retracted the claim, stating the person had been released after an interrogation. This backtrack added to the confusion, especially as the FBI and local law enforcement scrambled to gather clues. The first detained individual, a local activist, was charged with obstruction of justice, while the second was cleared. Eyewitnesses and rooftop videos provided critical evidence. The shooter is believed to have fired from a building over 100 yards away. One video captured a figure running across the roof before the shot, while another showed the person fleeing immediately afterward. Despite the presence of 6 university police officers and Kirk's personal security team, the attack unfolded in front of thousands of attendees. The incident has ignited bipartisan condemnation, though it quickly devolved into partisan bickering in the House of Representatives. A moment of silence for Kirk was overshadowed by heated exchanges between Republicans and Democrats, with some lawmakers blaming the other side for the violence. President Trump, a close ally of Kirk, vowed to hold the radical left accountable, accusing them of fostering rhetoric that directly contributed to the assassination. But should political leaders be held responsible for the actions of individuals inspired by their words? Meanwhile, a 77-year-old Canadian man, Michael Mallinson, found himself at the center of a social media storm when a fake account falsely identified him as the shooter. The account, masquerading as a news outlet, spread the rumor to millions, leading to harassment and threats. Mallinson, who works as a patient advocate for arthritis, now faces the daunting task of reclaiming his reputation. This incident underscores how quickly misinformation can spiral, and how platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and AI chatbots can amplify falsehoods. Kirk's death has also reignited debates about the normalization of political violence in the U.S. From the 2021 Capitol riot to recent attacks on lawmakers and officials, the line between political discourse and deadly action has grown dangerously thin. Critics argue that inflammatory rhetoric from all sides fuels this climate, while others insist that violence is a symptom of deeper societal fractures. Where do you stand? Kirk himself was a polarizing figure. At 31, he built Turning Point USA into a powerhouse for conservative youth activism, often clashing with liberal ideologies on college campuses. His work drew both admiration and accusations of anti-Semitism, homophobia, and racism. Yet, his loyalty to Trump never wavered, and his assassination has been mourned as a martyrdom by right-wing circles. As the investigation continues, the nation watches with a mix of grief and dread. The FBI has pledged full resources to the case, but the release of the first suspect has left many wondering. How many more false leads will emerge before the truth surfaces? And what does this say about the state of American politics in 2025? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe political rhetoric can and should be regulated to prevent violence? Or is this an overreach into free speech? Share your perspective in the comments below.